What up, folks? I'm Ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Kong Skull Island. May only be used with film indicia. Doesn't need to be there, guys. It's Kong, because that little drawing there tells you it is Kong, because here he is, too. Don't think he'd be a daddy either. So, besides pretty not great design work here, I mean, that's okay. This is a pretty crushed box, and that I got from AliExpress. That's where I ended up getting this. You guys might have heard me talking about this particular figure in Ultrazine Uses in my last haul of the week, where I debuted this. But for some reason, this figure in particular has been a little bit of a bother. I mean, all of Hiya's distribution here in the States has been an absolute mess. I've documented that plenty of times, even talked about it in my panel on Kaiju Toy Reviewing at Kaiju Brooklyn. It's been a mess. Amazon, where I had one of two pre-orders for this, moved my pre-order to January. Also, BBTS had moved theirs till November. So with those two things happening, I was just like, you know what? Let me check AliExpress, because I was already buying a few things. Again, check my haul of the week. Let me see if they got it and for a good price. And it was a decent price. You know, it was really what it cost plus the shipping, honestly. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. I got it. And then after it was in transit, BBTS said, hey, yours is coming in. But because it was coming from AliExpress, I decided to keep it just in case. But of course, the BBTS one shipped right away too, because I had a set to ship instead of a set to go in my pile of loot, which originally I was hoping it was going to go in my pile of loot. I didn't check that. My bad. Anywho, I'm getting another one of these, but the figure inside actually is totally fine. You know, be on the lookout for a giveaway. But without any further ado, let's get to this review. So here is Kong out of the package, and Hiya Toys did improve on their Kong overall. The last one they did, which is, you know, the older version from GVK, it wasn't my favorite figure, you know, unfortunately. But this guy is better. I don't know if this one is, you know, is there for me either, in a lot of ways, but it is better, and they definitely improved on a lot of things there, especially in the articulation department, though it's not perfect. Let's do that first. Head is first on a ball joint at the head. Then you got a neck joint here that is very tough to move. Now, they install like what you would think is butterfly joints, and it sort of works, but it sort of doesn't. So it's like, it's a cut there, because that was one of their big bugaboos of the last figure, but like, the way they did it isn't so conducive to a lot of articulation. So there's a lot of cuts there without it being supremely movable, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a bummer, you know, like, and they did the work, they tried, but they're only getting a little bit more range. I'm getting it more on this side, which means this side might be a little stuck, but it is going in. I just can't get it to move forward like this one can. See, this one can move forward a little bit, but this one, not as much. So then you have a hinge swivel joint anyway. You have a swivel there. You do have what I guess is a double jointed elbow, but the top part isn't the hottest. And then the wrists are on ball joints, which moves around pretty good. The upper body joint is way better than the first one. Nice free movement there. So that's pretty good. I dig that. Then you got a drop down joint here at the leg, which is pretty excellent, I gotta say. Very, very well done there. Kicks forward, goes back. You got some rotation. Then you got a double jointed knee, which works all right. I mean, it's not like you're not getting a ton of range out of it, but it's fine. And then the foot, I believe, is on a ball joint, so you're getting, you know, some okay movement there. So, definitely better than the first one. Not perfect, but definitely better than the first one on the articulation. So, taking a look at this guy in full, out of the package, he comes with these kind of crawling hands, you know, with the little fingers closed. It's pretty cool. It works. I mean, I guess if you wanted them to do that, you could do it. You know, the articulation should allow you to, which is good. Which is good. You could get them in, you know, I think the proper posing for that, and I think that's rather important. You know, like Kong is, he's known for that, like, kind of like hunched over jam. You know, there you go. It's like a football player, but it works. So that's pretty good. Like I said, this is an all-new sculpt, which is pretty fantastic. The hands do look good overall. There's paint on there and stuff, so yeah, not bad there. Then the arms are looking rather decent. Fur detail is pretty good. Now you got a nice black wash on the brown. It's kind of subtle, but it works. The chest, it looks kind of small, you know, it goes in, but that's because the way they cut it, I think, ends up being like that. But he does have all the proper scarring, which looks pretty good. Nicely colored as well. The chest, again, has nice paint on it. Then going down to the belly. Not a lot of nice fur detail there. A lot of nice fur detail on the legs. Shape is pretty good. Toes are pretty good. Feet are, you know, good on the bottom. It does have, like, all the, you know, legalese stuff. On the back, all the fur detail is pretty good. He's got a big, wide open butt, like, kind of thing. I don't know. He's got a giant butt crack for some reason, and it's really, really distracting. Like, I don't get why they sculpted it like that. Oh my gosh. Poor Kong. Oh my god. Eat more fiber, dude. The rest of the fur detail is pretty good. Again, it's painted very well. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just nicely done, honestly. And then this particular head sculpt is pretty good, you know? It's not bad at all. The eyes are looking decent enough, I think. You know, let's zoom in a little bit here. Give it a better look. I think they are okay. I almost feel like this eye is a tad off, but I gotta tell you, it is so hard to see with the naked eye, and zoomed in, I guess it looks fine. Right? You guys let me know. I think it looks fine. Then the nose looks pretty good, and the teeth are really, really nice. Done in a yellow. It's got brown at the gums. Then you got his little beard. It's not, you know, it's not too fully grown here, but it looks pretty good. His brow looks pretty good. Again, you can see the paint detail pretty well here. And if you want to look at the rest of the paint detail even closer, you can. So you got some nice browns, some nice blacks. Overall, I'd say this Kong, you know, it does look pretty decent. I don't mind. It's something, I don't know. There's something about the way both Monster Arts and Hiya have done the Kongs that I'm not like in love with. Like, there's something about his proportions that feel odd. Like, he's too circular here. Maybe the chest is too small. Like, he doesn't have that, like, I like the body, I think, more on the Monster Arts, but I like the heads here more. So I don't know. Granted, Monster Arts hasn't done this particular Kong, but, you know, it is what it is. I do like, gotta say, the proportions of the playmates are pretty good. But, you know, I don't know. This one isn't bad. You know, I don't really have much bad to say here. For accessories, first up, we get an additional head. This is a screaming head here. And this one's looking pretty good. The eyes look pretty decent. The teeth, again, look good. The tongue looks really good. That's really realistic looking. Up there looks pretty good. Yeah, this is really nice. Very, very nice looking head. So I do dig this. Oh, Kong fell back there. Let's grab him and see how easy it is to switch out. I haven't actually done it. Pop goes the head. Let's keep it at that. And does it pop back in good? Maybe needs a little heat. Not popping in easy for me without some heat. But I do like how it looks. It's barely in there. I'll have to do it better off screen. But Yeah, I think that looks pretty good with this head, more so than the other head. We also get a bunch of extra hands. We got some holding hands. We have a couple of fist hands, and we have like one just like shake your hand type hand, which is odd. So he doesn't come with. Oh no, he does come with two of these. I just missed it in the box. Two of these kind of like open hands here, like shake your hand hands. But they all look pretty good. And for those holding hands, we get this beautiful uprooted tree here thing. I forget which, and these must be the roots, no? I can't remember how it goes, but like, this is nice. It's got little spiky branches. It's got some nice detail. All of these roots, or unless they're like this, I think these are roots, look really, really good. They kind of look alive, it was just kind of neat. So if we take one of these guys, I don't know what the best way it is to put it in his hand, but I mean, you can hold it from here, but you can open it and get it a little further up here, I would guess, you know. Let's see. Of course, you got to avoid the spikes, I think. That would make sense. It does open pretty easy to hand, so there you go. And let's try it out, shall we? See if this one works a little better than the head, which I did get in without heat, by the way, off screen. Oh, there you go. He's mad. He's a mad Hulk. He's not a Hulk, he's a Kong. I don't know why I have Hulk on the brains, but maybe because the new Marvel Legends Scar is coming out, and I'm kind of excited about that. This looks good. This looks good. He could fight the Hulk. How about that? And for your size comparisons, first up here is Kong with the Hiya Toys Skull Devil, which looks pretty good. Like, they look really nice together. So yeah, I mean, I wish I had a way to like get him to stand like this so it could be tall, you know, and menacing, because he's, you know, short here. I mean, I think proportionally, I think they look good together, but I don't know. It'd be better if he was able to stand. But yeah, this is pretty neat to see them together. And here it is with the Skullcrawler from Playmates, and that looks good too because they're pretty much scaled the same way. So that's pretty neat. If you have this, I think you could do well here too. And here he is with Hiya's other Kong. And yeah, I mean, I do think this guy has nicer paint detail. Like, the fur is really, really well done on that one. But overall, yeah, I'd have to say this new one is better. And lastly, here is the Hiya Kong Skull Island with a couple other Skull Island Kongs I have in my collection, including the Playmates, which again I do really like, and that third-party one that unfortunately, yeah, a lot of people had issues getting, and we'll leave it at that. And my final thoughts, as far as the figure goes, proportionally, you know, it's a little bit odd in my opinion. I wish the butterfly joints worked a little bit better too, but otherwise it's pretty good. I really especially like this head. I love this accessory. I think he looks pretty cool with it. The drop down joints at the legs are really good. The upper body joint is really good. So there's a lot to like about this figure, for real. I do like it. Hiya's definitely still got to get their distribution in order. Like, you know, I don't mind that I'm getting two personally because I do have a giveaway coming up. That's the perfect thing for it. So do stay tuned. When we get to 15K, we're gonna do that giveaway. But you know, like, I think the figure itself is good. So I hate that, like, you know, whatever happens with the company, you know, kind of reflects back on the figures and in my enjoyment of them sometimes. But this guy has won me over for sure. And there you have it. Him and Skull Devil, I think, are really solid releases. And they look really good together, so definitely, you know, get them into your collection if you haven't so far. And there you have it. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.